Mr. President, I'm so pleased to be standing here with you in Milwaukee, of all places.
I'm pleased to be with you.
So, Mr. President, as we are here in the Department of Public Works here in Milwaukee, I want to start with something before we go to the lead pipe issue. What is your greatest concern in this moment as you're dealing with rescue and recovery from Helene and also anticipating Milton?
Misinformation. There's a lot of folks out there spreading lies about what we're not doing, that things are not going well, that we're not responding. When in fact, we've been completely responsive and we've been ahead of the game. My concern is at the end of the day, there's going to be a need to invest billions of dollars to resurrect these cities and towns.
Infrastructure, yes.
Infrastructure, but also just the lives of these people. There's so much damage being done. And the Congress better be ready to step up and help.
Are you concerned about cholera, E. coli, where the affected areas with Helene and the possibility with Milton in the
Well, those
aftermath?
possibilities exist. That's why we have our HHS in there. That's why I have so many people in there, and so many medical people as well, to prevent that from happening. But we're determined to stay with these people until everything is resurrected. All of it, for real, not a joke. Look, what people lost the most, it wasn't just their homes. They lost that wedding ring. They lost that picture of their mother. They lost that picture of their grandma feeding them. They lost the things that matter to them. Matter. They're the things that are consequential.
Yeah. And when you say stay with them until things are resurrected, I can't help but think about Katrina. You know, I was in the White House as a reporter when Katrina happened under George W. Bush. It took many years for things to be resurrected.
Yeah.
So we're looking at that kind of time frame, you think?
Well, we're looking at that kind of time frame, and if we listen to some of the people who are criticizing what should and shouldn't be done, it may be longer, but I think we can do it quicker. We can do it more. We're on the ground with thousands of people.
Yeah.
We're on the ground with every plan that we have available to us. We're cutting the loss of lives and a whole range of things we're doing better than we've ever done.
Yeah. Well, since we're here in Milwaukee and I have a limited time with you, you made this a campaign promise, and it took a long time for it to happen because of the government red tape, but you are now pushing forward for the effort to remove lead pipes that not only cause cognitive issues in young people, but also in adults. What do you say about moving forward with this? I mean, you had a lot of red tape. It took about 3 years for this to happen, but the next administration, what's going to happen in the next few years?
Well, the next administration's Kamala is going to be more of the same of what we're doing. We're going to push. Look, the fact of the matter is that there's so much that affects communities where people, the lead pipes, the reason why so many more black children are being infected than white children is because we passed a law a while ago saying that all new homes could not have lead pipes.
Right.
Well, guess what? Not living in new homes, living in old homes, still have thousands and thousands and thousands of lead pipes.
Yeah.
And so we have to just focus on where the most good could come from our actions. And I think it's important that we focus on the things that change people's lives.
Yeah.
And this is, there's so many people who have, I mean, think of the mom or dad who has a child who goes to school, the 40,000 of them that have lead pipes and drinking the water.
Yeah.
Comes back with brain damage.
Yeah.
Or the home that does that. I mean, it's devastating.
And the issue is lead pipes around the country, not just in places like Flint.
Oh, no, all over the country.
Yeah.
Look, prior to the law being passed saying that all new homes, all new construction has to have not lead pipes, but pipes that were not lead. All the homes before that had lead pipes because lead pipes didn't rust. They thought they were good things. So there's thousands and thousands of families that are still exposed to lead pipes and the poison that's in them. And it affects development, it affects brain, it affects IQ, it affects cognitive capability, it affects a lot of things.
Yeah. You know, lead pipe, the lead pipe and lead paint issue, two issues that deal with lead. Yeah. I remember when Freddie Gray in Baltimore, when he was mishandled by police and died, and they talked about how much lead he had in his system.
That's right.
Yeah. And but that was from lead paint, but that's still kind of the same thing, correct?
It was the same thing, but I worked on that lead pipe paint thing a long time ago.
Yeah.
Got that squared away.
Yeah.
But this is the same principle.
Yes.
Anything that diminishes the cognitive capability of the brain to develop is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Some of it is kills you, and some of it just makes you a different person than you ordinarily be.
Yeah. Well, I also want to go into your governing partner, who,
She's good.
yeah, she's dynamic right now in this last stretch, 28 days. But I want to take you to a piece that back in history a little bit when you were still a senator
Yep.
and I was a White House correspondent and George W. Bush was president. And it's kind of that same time George W. Bush just came back from Africa and you were supposed to go to Africa, but you're dealing with what you're supposed to deal with right now, what's happening here in this nation. And he and I were talking about the moment when Barack Obama was running against John McCain. And he said to me, he saw subtle and overt racism. The sitting president said that to me. And now watching potentially the first Black woman, first South Asian woman to potentially be president, do you see something similar possibly as George W. Bush saw for Barack Obama?
You mean from her opponent?
From her opponent and those who listened to him?
Well, the answer is yes. I mean, he's very straightforward about it. He's not like, John McCain or George W. Bush.
Yeah,
This is a different breed of cat, man.
yeah,
This is a guy who's just flat out prejudiced. He does not respect her. Does not respect women. He doesn't respect African Americans. And the way he diminishes and demeans the backgrounds is sad. It's sick.
yeah. But what do you think about her carrying on your Black agenda, carrying on your legacy, and even starting something new? Because with each presidency, there's always that hidden variable, things that you never imagined that will happen. What do you think about her moving forward as your governing partner now and moving forward to run this nation?
I have great confidence in it. Great confidence in it. We spent a lot of time together. I've fostered her campaign. All the people, significant first people in our campaign, are the people running my campaign.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's just one and the same. And I have great confidence in her. Look, this is a woman, the bottom line is, everyone, she believes as I do, everyone just deserves a fighting chance.
Hmm.
It's a simple, basic proposition.
Hmm.
Just a fighting chance. A level playing field. That's what it's all about. You do that, you change the nation, you change the world. And the way we, for example, the way, just look at our cabinet, look at our administration. We represent the community as it stands. I was determined to do that when I became vice president. We have more African Americans in my cabinet. We have more African Americans in our administration than anyone has in all history, because it matters.
Hmm.
It matters that your son or daughter looks and says, "Hey, Mom, look at that president. She's Black." Or, "Hey, Mom, look at that Supreme Court justice. She's Black. Hey, Mom." I mean, a little tiny glimpse of that was growing up as a Catholic in an area that wasn't particularly overwhelmingly pro-Catholic. And when John Kennedy got elected president, I
That was a
thought,
big deal.
God, God, I'm only the second Catholic ever elected president of the United States of America. It doesn't mean that people stopped it. But my point is, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Difference is a big deal, especially now. And with that, in these last few days before the election, and no matter what, on January 20th, you are going to say goodbye to the White House, and
Yeah.
people thank you. Um, you tried to save the democracy. You tried to save the democracy, and people are thankful. But along the way to try to save the democracy, tell me about your success or things that you wish you could have done when it came to the Black agenda.
Well, first of all, I wish we could have gotten more work done quicker
Mm,
in terms of the Black agenda. But look what we did, though.
mhm,
We cut back poverty significantly.
mhm.
We increased the opportunity for Blacks to have good jobs significantly. We increased the participation of the number of small businesses. We got $16 billion for HBCUs.
And I'm an HBCUer, thank you.
Oh, by the way, HBCU, there's qualified students there as there are in any other school, except one thing: you don't have the all that money put aside to be able to build the laboratories of the future.
The research, R1,
Research.
yeah, R1 status,
Well,
yes.
guess what? You got it now. You're getting it. $16 billion for these HBCUs.
Yeah.
I come up through Delaware State. I didn't go there. I went to the university, but that's where my support was.
Mhm,
And so it matters.
mhm.
There's not a single thing that anyone else can do that the black person can't do. Not a single thing. Not a single thing. I really mean it.
I
The
agree.
whole world.
Yeah.
But it's just bizarre. And
Yeah.
that's why, I'm going back to Africa. I had to cancel because of the hurricanes. I'm going back to Angola.
When? Before you leave office?
Oh, yeah, I'm going back maybe as early as 10 days from now.
Really?
We're trying to
Okay.
work it out in terms of schedule. And because the Lobito corridor, look, think about it. I'm the guy that came up with this Build Back Better proposal. Remember all that crap
Yes.
I got? But guess what?
Yeah.
All it's about is making sure we want to build a railroad from the Atlantic to the Indian Ocean.
Yes.
You know why? There's countries along that route that have all the food in the world. They have no way to get it out. Others where people are starving. We're going to build the most significant solar panel field in all the world is going to be in Angola. There's going to be 1 billion people there. 1 billion people.
Yes.
And we're competing with China and Russia. China, has this anyway. I think it matters. It matters a lot. It matters a lot just in terms of simple equity, but also matters a lot in terms of security.
Yeah. So, yes, sir. Thank you. I wanted, when it goes from the rail from the Atlantic to the Indian Oceans, is that also about bringing the grains to make sure that people throughout the sub-Saharan Africa area can get the grains coming from Ukraine that are being blocked by the Dead Sea?
Yes, that's one of the things. But it goes well beyond that.
Okay.
It's about, look, there's 1 billion people on that continent. The capacity is overwhelming.
Yeah.
We walk away and don't do the things that are basic help we give to any community. Makes no sense. It's overwhelming our interest.
Yeah.
Just selfishly, it's overwhelming America's interest to see a continent that is thriving, a continent that's moving, a continent that is not sucked into these ideological positions that Russia and China are pushing. They're different, but they're pushing. So I just think there's a significant opportunity.
Sir, thank you. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, except one thing.
Yes, sir.
I think it matters what you do. Not a joke. It matters a lot. Think where we'd be in the entire civil rights movement I was involved in if there weren't for the black press. Think of where we would be. We wouldn't be anywhere we are now. We're making a difference. Your whole net is making a difference. It really is. I'm not being solicitous. It's a fact. It's a fact. Thanks.
I appreciate you.
Oh, you kid.
Thank you, sir. Oh, you get ready to make me cry. Why you come up here?